Helen Hunt is here at the age of only 9. She began her acting career with the television movie Pioneer Woman. For the next 20 years, she alternated between television and theater, eventually landing roles in such films as Project X and Peggy Sue Got Married. But it was with her role as Jamie Buckman opposite Paul Reiser on Mad About You that she finally made a mark. The series became so successful that in its final season, NBC paid Hunt $1 million an episode, a record amount for an actress that still stands today, and she'd like to know, what are they going to pay up? Where's the money, NBC? In 1997, she won an Oscar for Best Actress for a role in As Good as It Gets, and she's still waiting for her Oscar, too. She can currently be seen in the new Woody Allen comedy, The Curse of the Jade Scorpion, and here is a trailer from the film.
Meet C.W. Briggs, New York's greatest investigator.
You don't seem tough enough to go after criminals.
Really? Maybe if I slapped you around a little bit, you'd change your mind.
I could slap you back.
Starting to sound like fun. I put myself in the criminal's position. I think like him. There's something about that broad that I don't trust. She's got an evil streak.
You're the only person I've received this kind of bitter resistance from, and if I may speak frankly, you're a dinosaur.
So, did you tell her who's boss?
Is she kidding talking to me like that? It's because she thinks she's smarter. You know, because she graduated from Vassar, and I went to driving school.
He's this shallow, skirt-chasing egomaniac.
Hello?
Madagascar.
Honey, is this the way you are away from the office? Hello?
Constantinople. You will obtain the jewels, all the jewels.
Somebody got on the estate, jewels worth millions, all gone. Any leads?
It's an inside job, no question about it. Good morning, sweetheart.
Don't call me sweetheart. What's going on?
Constantinople.
The elusive jewel thief has struck again.
I usually prefer more attractive, athletic, muscular men.
Maybe I could get in a few push-ups before you came over.
You wormy little ferret.
Madagascar.
The most wonderful man in the world.
Constantinople. My God, what a sense of power.
You guys investigating me?
The actual stolen property turns up hidden in your bedroom.
You got any witnesses?
Yeah, me.
You're gonna take your word over mine?
I wonder if he's having some kind of mental breakdown.
This is a conspiracy to make me appear crazy.
There's
My
a word
apartment-
for people who think everyone is conspiring against them.
That's right, perceptive.
I'm pleased to welcome Helen Hunt back to this table. Welcome back.
Thank you.
This is the best thing he's done in a while.
No, well, I love them all, so that's
Yeah.
only good news.
But it is really good. I mean, there's sense of it
It's
that this
really
is...
funny.
Yeah.
I sat down to watch it with my usual nerves about seeing myself in a movie,
Yeah.
and about 5 minutes in thought, it's a Woody Allen movie. Like, what am I worried about?
Yeah,
It's
who's
much
kidding?
bigger than me.
Yeah, it has its own audience, too.
Yeah.
You came to this project without talking to him, or did
Oh, yeah.
he...
I heard a year before rumors that he was writing a part with me in mind, which I really found too delicious to be true. And then
And you didn't pick up the phone and call and say, Woody, is this true? That
no, because I had for 20 years asked my agent to call Juliet Taylor,
Right.
who he makes his movies with, and beg them to let me buy cookies for the crew, anything,
Yeah.
only to never really hear back. And then I got this call that a PA or somebody was going to bring a script to my hotel and wait downstairs while I read it. And it came with a little note from Woody, which I thought, no matter what happens, I'm saving this note. And I read it and just thought it was incredibly wonderful and clever. He said
And
yes.
said yes.
Said yes, please.
What is it about him that made you feel that for 20 years?
You know, smarter minds than mine have tried to define what makes him unique, but he tells absolutely original stories. Funny, 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 funny is right up at the top of the list. You know, I've just been moved and stirred and tickled and enchanted by his movies my whole life.
And they're all...
That's the best I got.
I mean, the only thing I can think of in addition to all the things you just said is just, you see a movie and it's like sui generis. You know it's him.
Yeah.
It has its own distinctive sense
Yeah.
of it, even if you never saw Woody Allen.
Absolutely,
You know.
and if you think about interiors and
Yeah.
Purple Rose of Cairo, the fact that you can say they feel in some way like they came from the same soul is saying a lot.
And as a director, he's hands-on, he's there, he's...
He is. You hear rumors, you know, that he's never around or doesn't talk to you, and I didn't believe that, but I did do a lot of homework in case it was true, and about 3 days before we started shooting, I called Sean Penn in a panic. Said, what's about to happen to me? And he actually warned me prepared me really well. He said, it's not that he doesn't talk to you, he does talk to you. He leaves you alone, and there's a downside if you're a person who wants to be in absolute sort of locked contact with your director at all times, but the upside is it's yours to create, you know, it's your part to create.
He's waiting to see you
Yeah,
create.
and I just decided, I don't know, I felt very glad I wasn't making this movie or working with this director when I was 19 or 29, that I had worked in movies long enough to just take a swing at the ball, you know, and I thought if I don't do well, he'll fire me. So until that happens, I'm just going to enjoy this experience, and I really enjoyed every day of it.
What's the story? What's it about?
Goodness. You know, the best way I can describe it, if I gave you the details, it wouldn't be as funny as when you see it, but it's a good old-fashioned caper with a fiery, lusty, nasty love story running through it.
Sexy love story.
Yeah.
All right. And Betty Fitzgerald is
an efficiency expert hired to come in above Woody Allen's character in the company and turn this place around and take a lot of bites out of him.
roll tape. Here it is.
I don't think you know what you're talking about. I think you came in here like a steamroller and...
You felt threatened by me from the first day I got on this job. Not only was I an efficiency expert and a challenge to your little state within a state, but I'm not one of those wind-up dolls you can tickle at the water cooler. I'm smarter than you. I'm faster. I can see right through you. You're right to feel threatened by me.
I am threatened by you?
It's fascinating, as a female executive, how many men I meet with a fragile masculinity.
A fragile masculinity? You make one more crack about my religion and woman or no woman.
I have to go.
Hey, listen, honey, let me level with you here. Despite all your highfalutin talk about streamlining the office, what you really need is a good old-fashioned roll in the hay.
Huh. You wouldn't know which end is up.
Well, in your case, it would be hard to tell.
Don't bother seeing me to the door. Someone might think we're together.
Why, do I look like an organ grinder?
No, just an organ.
This is, yeah.
Pretty good
He
stuff.
wrote every line.
He wrote every line. I was invited over and over in letters that he wrote me and in things he would say to me in the morning to change anything I wanted to change and feel free. And first of all, I thought, I've waited a lifetime to work with a man. Maybe I'll see what he wrote.
Yeah.
And second
Give
of all,
him a chance first.
Try it out.
Yeah, right.
And second of all, I thought with this kind of close to the net game of tennis, it doesn't want, it's not like Manhattan or a modern day tale that wants a lot of improvising. I just thought it would be better to be really precise. Plus I'm playing an efficiency expert, so I decided to be efficient and detail oriented.
You know, obviously you know, I mean this is the highest compliment he could pay. He wants to custom prepare, make a role for you because he liked this so much.
That's what he said. One wonders what that will be. What if she's a lunatic? I made this just for you. Now that I know you have decided you should play this psychopath.
He can't wait for this
Yeah,
script.
very curious. I hope it happens, whatever it
But
is.
how did it come about? He just said, look, this has been great for me. And
I've just heard him say, and he wrote me a letter saying, I feel like now I've worked with you and I could really, you know, maybe in between real movies you would do another one of mine, which is self-effacing as always, and I would obviously be really excited to get to work with him again.
Yeah.